You're tuned to Radio Kidnappers, the voice of Hawke's Bay. This is a program called Alive with Bhavna. It's a program all about exploring mindfulness. Hi, Bhavna. How are you?
Good, thanks, Ken.
Now, before we get into today's topic, Bhavna, which is fascinating, I love it already, just remind our listeners what mindfulness is all about and how can you help us with that?
So mindfulness is about learning how to live in your body, learning how to live in this moment rather than being distracted with your thoughts or worrying about stuff. It's just about, can you come back into this moment and experience whatever's real now rather than what we think is real.
Indeed. And it's easy to be mindful, isn't it?
Very easy. It's our default setting. We were born with mindfulness. That's all that babies know is presence.
It does makes you wonder why we aren't more mindful if it's that easy.
Well, because I think once we start thinking, we develop this separate part of us, and then we have this constant battle between the two parts of ourselves, and that's kind of what today's topic is about.
Yes, it is indeed. Now, just remind our listeners, if we want to come and see you about being more mindful, where are you?
So I'm at 50 Dalton Street in Napier. Number is 022 08 43095.
And are you there 5 days a week?
Yep. Well, I'm in the office 4 days a week.
Yep, very good. Now, you've been away on a retreat over Easter weekend, which seems like months ago, but how was that retreat?
So I hosted the retreat. So I wasn't away. I hosted the retreat on Easter Friday and Saturday. And yeah, it was. I always say this, that I'm amazed at the power of retreats. I'm amazed at how much changes happen. And once again, the same thing's true. It was just so amazing to see people change literally over 2 days.
Yeah.
Gain so much in 2 days of reconnecting with themselves, believing in themselves.
And how many people turned up?
We were 20, so it was a
That's good.
full house.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is excellent. And why did they come?
Various reasons they came. Some people just came to kind of to see what is mindfulness.
Yep.
Others who had been for my retreat before came for a reason of going, you know what, I got a lot from it last time and I know I'll get a lot more this time. So yeah, various reasons for people coming. One of the biggest things for me that came out of the retreat was that idea of, and was something that we spoke about a lot, and hence today's topic, is that idea of lies we tell ourselves.
Before we get onto that topic, I just wonder, when you have retreats and you go to them yourself, do you find it's the same sort of people? I mean, they're already sold on the idea. They're already mindful type people. They're already sort of alternative type of thinking people. Or do you get random people like me who might turn up and say, might give this a crack? Or do you get people who are in a box and you know they're going to come anyway? Is that what happens?
A mixture.
Yep.
There's definitely newbies in every retreat where it's their first retreat, or that idea of, so a lot of people who've come, not a lot, a few of the people who came basically came because their friends said they must come. So they've never done a retreat before, but their friends said, listen, you have to come for this retreat. I think there were 3 or 4 of them that came because someone told them they need to come.
Yeah. Now, you were the host.
It's good advertising for me.
That's right, it's great advertising. Now, you were the host. When the people left, what was the feedback they were getting? Was it unanimously positive, or did people say, yeah, that was a bit of a waste?
Unanimously positive in the sense that, so feedback isn't just, okay, how was the retreat? So we end with a closing circle, and each person just says what they got out of the retreat or where they are. And I use this idea of a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of where are you, in terms of your self-love and how much do you love yourself. And a lot of people came and they spoke about, oh, you know, when I came in I was a 7, I'm definitely leaving as a 9, or I came in as a 4 and I'm leaving as an 8. So everyone who gave scores basically were much higher than some of them left as a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was that idea of people just connecting with themselves completely.
I sort of find it, I would never give anything a 10, because I think if you give something a 10, there is nowhere to go. So why would you bother going to another one? You already gave it a 10. Couldn't be any better, could it?
The 10 is not about the retreat. The 10 is about your relationship to yourself. How much do you love you?
Would you ever give yourself a 10?
Oh, no, definitely a 10.
Would you really?
Oh.
So there's nowhere to move. You're at the pinnacle.
Yeah, but it means I still get to enjoy being a 10 and celebrate being a 10 and live being a 10, because the idea, and that's one of the lies we keep telling ourselves.
Yes, you might be lying to yourself. You might be giving yourself a 10. You're not
No,
really. You're a
lying to
9.
yourself in that idea of, that's kind of one of the lies we tell ourselves in terms of, I can't claim my wholeness. I can't claim being whole because, exactly, there must be room for improvement.
Yeah.
Yet we never look at anything in nature as less than whole.
No.
Our puppy's a perfect dog. It's not a dog wannabe.
No. Of
That's
course.
now autumn. The trees that are shedding their leaves are not, oh, poor trees. They're perfect trees. They are 10. In terms of autumn, they're a perfect autumn tree.
Yes.
Same way, I'm perfectly me. The challenge is, can I keep living in my sense of perfection? Can I keep celebrating it? That's the challenge.
I think maybe you might be stretching it a little bit far when you compare us to a tree. I mean, I go along with the trees. Yes, they are perfect because, unlike ourselves, they just do one thing. They grow and they keep growing. And then I suppose at the end they die. But with us, I mean, here we are. We have this ability to do what and when and where and go and do anything we feel, anything we want. But we also have that, if you want, a dark side to us that we can be imperfect. Whereas a tree can't be imperfect, can it? Not by its own volition.
Can a fire be imperfect?
No,
So if I use the fire to burn your house down, it's still a perfect fire.
it's not the fire. The fire's perfect. It's
Exactly.
you. You're imperfect for
And
setting
the
the
same
fire.
thing. Life, in terms of its living me, is perfect. I have a choice what to do with that energy. I have a choice to use my life for good
Yep.
and improvement and support the world, or I use my life for evil.
Yeah.
Either way, it doesn't change my wholeness in terms of life. So we're looking at different aspects here. You're looking at the personal, as in, can the human being, I'm looking at can the divine being
Yes.
living in that body.
Yeah.
So we're looking at different parts of the person.
Okay. Today's topic is lies we tell ourselves. Why did you pick that as a topic?
Because that's basically what came out of the retreat. A lot of what you're talking about in terms of people saying, I can't give myself a 10. I can love my... So this is... The 10 is not that I'm perfect and whole. The 10 doesn't mean I've reached it. It just means, can I love me fully and completely? And parents will often say they definitely love their children as a 10. And even when they're little brats, and even when they're not talking to them, and even when they're doing stupid things, the love for the child is still pure. It's still the 10.
You can break that down into two departments, so you can break it down into love, which should be unlimited love for your children, but you can break it down to another department, which is like, because sometimes we don't like people for whatever do, but we still love them because they're our kids or they're our mum or our dad or whatever.
Self-love.
Yeah. But even
We're not talking about self-love.
but even with self-love, we can like ourselves sometimes. We think, I didn't do a very good job of that. I was pretty mean. But we should always love ourselves.
Yeah. So this is the idea of how much do you love yourself. Can you love yourself as a 10, unconditionally, rather than how we normally love ourselves, which is very conditionally, because we mix up the love and like.
Yeah.
We're going, oh, actually I did stupid things and so I don't like me. Of course, there's times I don't like me.
Yeah.
But can I love me fully?
So
And that's what people struggle with, that idea of I can't give myself a 10.
yeah.
Or that idea of I can't. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves, and it's a similar thing, and kind of the flip side of what you're saying, is there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
We're constantly striving to fix ourselves. We're constantly striving to get somewhere.
Well, you say fix. I might use the word improve.
Yeah, same thing.
Is it?
By my nature, if I'm comparing myself again to a dog or a tree or anything in nature, the tree is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
When it's a small tree, when it's a big tree, my dog is perfect. When it's a puppy, when it's a grown dog, and when it's an old dog peeing all over the house, it's still a perfect dog.
That's right.
The same way, my perfection is not based on what I can or can't do. I can always improve myself, and that's what being a 10 is. A 10 isn't the stagnant stuff of saying, I've reached there, now I can relax and stop trying. No, I constantly grow. I've been doing this work now for at least, I don't know, 5, 7 years, 10 years maybe. And I still keep growing, but
What?
I'm still at 10 all the time.
What would someone say there is something wrong with me?
That's our default setting. There's
But,
always some.
but in what context might they use it? I mean, I've got a couple of what I think are really good points to put to you very shortly. But why would people come to you and say, look, there is something wrong with them? Why would they believe that in the first place? Because they're not achieving, or because they're not what?
Some of it is really a core belief system of, sometimes it's based on external things of, I'm not achieving,
Mm-hmm.
but it's messages we get probably in childhood
Yes.
of, I don't know, parents love my brother more than me, I'm not good enough as a kid,
Mhm.
I'm a naughty kid, or my parents separated and it was because of me. The messages, we sometimes make up the stories ourselves.
Yep.
Sometimes it's given to us. You know, you're a naughty kid, why don't you try this? You should try harder, you're not...
Should be like your brother.
Yep.
Yep.
All those kind of messages, so we learn we're broken. We can also learn we're broken from trauma.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a traumatic event, sexual abuse or whatever. We internalize that in terms of I'm bad and horrible, I'm broken, I'm damaged. So there's various reasons of why we gather this message. And the world around us keeps telling us that. You know, it's, you'll be okay when,
Yeah.
and the when never happens. So we live our whole life striving, but we never get to eat the fruit of our efforts because we die striving.
Yes, that's right. But we're generally trying to strive so that we look good for someone else, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're always trying to please someone else.
Well, it's on body image, it's on how I behave, how I act. My voice is too loud, I got a squeaky voice because someone told me that, or I can't dance. There was one person in the group, and the only guy in the group. With 19 women and one guy in the retreat. And he spoke about, at some stage, one of his girlfriends or someone said, you can't dance, you look horrible dancing.
Yeah.
And part of the retreat we did the Tara dance, and he was so self-conscious about this.
Yeah.
And then eventually he mentioned it to the whole group, that, you know, this is the first time I've allowed myself permission to just dance and
Yes.
just enjoy it. And he broke that lie that she told him that he believed that he can't dance.
Yes.
And as simple as breaking that lie and going, actually, stop that. I may not look the best, but I'm going to actually enjoy this. And he was able to dance and enjoy it.
Why do you think someone might live with that for so long? I mean, if he might even enjoy dancing now, but if he couldn't dance and his girlfriend of the time said, look, you just can't dance, buddy, why wouldn't he say, hey, look, I love dancing. We go out a lot where we should be dancing. Why don't we go to dancing lessons? Why wouldn't he take ownership of the fact that he either would want to fix, as you would say, or improve, as I would say? Why wouldn't he do that?
Yeah. It depends where the message was and whether he can. Generally, we'll only agree with someone and we'll take that insult personally and stop us.
Indeed.
If there's a core in us that feels already damaged or broken, and then someone else goes, ha, and that, and that, and that, and that.
Yeah.
Whereas if we have a stronger, more resilient sense, and someone goes, you can't dance, I go, I don't care.
Well, you say that now, but you might not have said that when you were 16 or 15 or 20.
Oh, yeah, because I had a fragile sense of self.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you've grown up, you think of who cares what you say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did ballet dancing in public, so
I can't believe that. Did you really?
after you do that,
Yes, you'll do anything.
nothing else matters. And when I looked at the videos, I didn't think I could dance, but I was having too much fun to bother to stop. But that's it.
Why do you think it is, Bhavna, that we have to wait till we're nearly 60? Not that you are, but I am over 60. Why do you think we wait until we're that age where we think, who cares what you think? I don't care what you think about what I do or what I say. That's your problem, not mine. Why do we have to get to that age where we become confident enough to say, no, go away?
Some people get there. I don't know why 60 is this magical number or whatever, but it's now I'm old, I can say what I want.
Yeah.
But some people never get there. Some people believe this stuff, again, the lies we tell ourselves, that people won't like me if I say I don't care. People won't like me if I say my piece. People won't like me, or I'll be judged or ostracized, or I'll lose my friends, or there's always a cost we tell ourselves in terms of the lies. If I stand in my truth, this will happen.
Well, sadly, you're probably right, though. People don't like to be told. They don't want to hear you saying, yeah, look, I'm not going to do that because I don't like what you guys are doing. And there is no two ways of putting that nicely. So you're quite right. People don't want to hear that stuff. So how do you get around that? Because you can really you can really peeve your friends off, or how do you get around that?
As I've grown in self-love, I've definitely lost friends along the way. So friends who do not live this way, friends who drag you down, pull you down, the negative kind of people. I've definitely lost those relationships because actually I don't enjoy hanging out with you. When I talk to you and I leave, I feel drained.
Would you actually say that to someone? Would you say that to someone? I don't like hanging out with you?
I mean, I've said it once to a friend, but she's a spiritual friend, and she understood what I was talking about, and the friendships become closer since then. So there's only certain people who I would say to, who would take it not as an insult or criticism, but a kind of reflection of going, ooh, yes, that is what I'm doing. Oh, wow, okay, thanks for pointing that out. But like I said, it's a spiritual friendship where we can be brutally honest with each other and we know we're coming from a position of love.
I might suggest that if the fact that she is still your friend after you spoke to her like that might suggest to me that she's quite needy.
No.
That she took that smacking you gave her and said, ooh,
she smacked me.
I don't want to lose.
Just as much in terms of, and that's it. Spiritual friends are these people who you know they're not malicious. They're not there to harm you. And I would tell her something and she'd go, I'll tell her, look, I believe in this.
Yes.
So one of the lies I tell myself, I tell her that and she goes, that's a lot of crock.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, right. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now that you've caught my lie and you didn't buy my lie, I can also let it go.
Sure. Would you have her over for dinner?
Each other.
Would you have her over for dinner now, or have you cut all loose in that department?
No, we're still very good
Do you
friends.
really?
Yeah.
Is she listening to the show? Will she know if we're talking about?
I'm sure she knows I'm talking about.
I wonder also, though, that we tend to live lies, and we can put it down to, for instance, in many cases, our parents, because we're so politically correct now, particularly, that we tell our kids, you can do anything and you can be anything. We've talked about this before and we know that's a lie. Don't we? It is a lie, isn't it? You can't be anything. You can't be a genius if you're not a genius to start off with. You can't go and invent, E equals MC squared. You're not that sort of person. I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, you might be. I'm certainly not. So if someone said to me, you can be anything you like, Ken, I know they're lying to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did they do that?
I think it's a flip to the other side in that sense of, again, it's not reality based.
No.
Yes, you can be anything if you're willing to work for it.
I don't believe that
if
either.
you're willing to put in, I can't run to save my life,
Yeah.
okay? But if I really wanted to run, I can put in the work.
There is a difference, though, between...
to run,
Yeah.
I can start educating myself if I can't do certain things.
Yeah.
Yes, I will not be the most brainiest person because I don't have
That's right.
the default setting, but
Yes.
I can still get to somewhere if that's something that interests me.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it'd be like you saying to me, you can do anything you like, Ken. Anything you like, you can still do it. Well, there's no way that I'm going to be able to win a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games for running the marathon. So if you said that to me, I can do anything, I would have to say, you're lying to me. Yeah. In the nicest possible way to make me feel good, perhaps. Yeah. But that's the problem, isn't it? We all tell each other lies to make each other feel good. We say, wow, you look great today, and think, oh my God, look at him. We do that, though, don't we? We don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Yes, because we take responsibility for your feelings.
Yes.
Okay, so it's that idea of, and that's part of the lies we tell ourselves. It's that sense of going, I can't say my truth. But the lie is also, I'm not so interested in the lies that we tell other people. It's the lies we tell ourselves. And as women, we're lovely with this idea of I'm fat.
Yep.
Whether we're fat or not, we love using those words because the images that we see of an anorexic woman walking up and down
sure.
Catwalks and stuff like that in the magazines, and they all photoshopped, and My
Yeah.
skin is never going to be as perfect as a photoshopped one,
No.
or I'm not going to be as thin.
No.
But it's lies we tell ourselves. And yes, there is some truth in I may be obese, but me beating myself up about being fat doesn't help. Whereas I can go, yes, I'm fat,
Yes.
I need to do something about it. That's a
Yes.
very different way than the lies we tell ourselves. Or fear. Fear is our other biggest lie.
Yes, but if you look in the mirror and you see a fat person looking back at you, and you're intelligent enough to realize that that person in the mirror looking back at me is fat.
Yeah?
I need to do something about that. And you don't, well, you're kidding yourself. You're not lying to yourself, though, are you? Unless you actually want to do something about it, you obviously are quite happy being fat. Because
stuck.
otherwise you might do something about it.
Or you're just stuck in that.
Yeah. Well, you're
I know.
stuck or you're happy with it, but you just like to moan about it.
You like to moan about
Yeah,
it.
you
So
want to
you're
be a
not taking
whinger.
ownership of it.
Yeah.
And that's the idea, something's wrong with me.
Yeah.
The minute I go, no, there's nothing wrong with me, I can choose to change this picture if I want to,
Yes.
then I'm moving from the victim seat into empowerment.
Yeah.
And and the lies we tell ourselves keeps us stuck in victim seat.
Sure.
Because victim means, oh, poor me, I'm fat. There's nothing I can do about it.
Well, most of us we go through that once in a while, don't we? Poor me. We all like poor me. You probably like poor me once in a while. I think, oh, poor me. No one's rung me up for a week, or no one sent me a text, or no one misses me. We all do that.
Yeah?
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it
If it's a casual thing.
if it's casual and if it's brief moments.
Mm-hmm.
But most of us live in poor me.
Yeah.
On various levels. So I'll give you one example I told myself. And I didn't even know I believed this. It was just one of the lies I inherited somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
When I bought my house a few years ago, my cousin told me something like, oh good, you're settled now.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as she said the word settled, I was horrified. Because the world I come from, a woman can only settle down if she's married and or has children.
Yes.
I have neither. And I was almost shocked that I had this belief system that I can't buy a house and settle because I don't have a husband or kids.
And maybe from your culture, people would look at you and say, there's something wrong with you, Bhavna, because you're not married,
Yeah.
you don't have a house,
I
you haven't
don't
got,
have a
you do have a
house.
house,
I
you
don't
haven't
have
got any
kids.
kids, so it's obviously you've got a problem, haven't you?
But it was so deeply ingrained that I didn't know I had that belief until she told me, cool, you've settled. And that's made sense of why it took me so long to buy a house. I played the game of looking for a house.
Sure.
Every weekend I went out looking for a house. But I really had no intention of buying a house because,
You were trying to please someone else.
no, because I'm not settled.
No.
So I was acting like, no, I want to do this, but I just never found the right house.
Yeah.
And then I kind of accidentally bought my house, which is another whole story on how
And you
I
please someone else.
accidentally-
We're just about out of time, Bhavna. I just wanted to maybe have a quick look at one of the notes that you've got here. And it says, one of the ladies at your retreat believed that if she got fit, healthy, etc., then she would claim to be okay or whole. Carrot in front of donkey. But I will put it to you that she was probably right. If she did get fit and healthy, she'd feel a whole lot better about herself.
No?
She would.
She's whole already, and then she can still get fit and healthy. Our wholeness is not dependent on how fit I am or how healthy I
No,
am.
but she would feel better because I can tell you, I used to be about 25 kgs heavier than what I am now. And I decided at that point, and I was quite happy. I loved eating donuts and drinking grog and having chips and sauce and fried eggs and bacon. Then I thought, hey, I looked in the mirror and I saw that fat guy looking back at me. And I said, okay, I'm going to get fit and healthy.
Yeah.
And sort of I did, albeit only about 5 years ago. But I felt a lot better.
Yeah.
And I look a lot better. And I improved. I didn't fix,
Yeah.
but I improved. And I think this lady here would, if she was
But
feeling an 8, she'd be feeling a 9.5 by the time she got.
But if she starts from a 10 and still does the exercise and that, it just kind of makes her feel so much, not better, but it enhances her sense of wholeness rather than makes her whole.
That's the problem with giving yourself a 10, Bhavna. Got nowhere to go. You see, if she gave herself a 9 and then got fit and healthy, then she could be a
No,
10.
I'm a 10, no matter what, Ken. I'm
Give
always
us-
a 10.
Give us half a minute on Mandela Day. We're just about.
Just about. Okay, so Mandela Day is on Saturday, the 22nd of July at the Napier War Memorial Conference Center. It's a free event,
Yep.
and it's about celebrating the legacy of Nelson Mandela by giving free treatments, free workshops, free talks. So at the moment, we're just looking for any treatment providers, anyone out there who does any kind of treatment, Reiki, massage, reflexology, craniosacral, anything else, or any psychics or people who do readings. If you're interested in taking part in Mandela Day, Saturday the 22nd of July at the conference center, please contact me.
What's your phone number?
My number is 022 08 43095.
Good on you, Bhavna. I haven't even got time for your song. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. We'll look forward to talking to the same time, same place next time.
Cool. Cheers, Ken.